So I'm wearing a white cross, and so white cross is right here, and you can see that I'm in the 2nd Division of the 6th Corps. And this is where the Vermont soldiers were. Old Vermont Brigade was right here in the 2nd Division of the 6th Corps. We had another brigade called the 2nd Vermont Brigade, and they were up here. They were attached to the 3rd Division of the 1st Corps for the Gettysburg Campaign. They were only in for 9 months, 8.5 months of which they spent on guard duty. In the last 2 weeks or so, they were attached to the 3rd Division 1st Corps, and they ended up at Gettysburg. They fought the battle, and a couple weeks later they came home. So this was the scheme. They actually put them on all the flags as well. So we have a division flag here. Division flags are rectangular in shape. You're starting to lose it down off the pole here, but you can see the big blue bullseye on there. And so we're looking at a 3rd Division, right? 1st Corps. The flag bearer always went with the general, the commanding officer of the unit. So you always knew where your boss was. Here's another one. Here we have another division flag. You see the white cross? 6th Corps, 2nd Division, right? Rectangular flag. Now, a smaller group below a division is called a brigade. Well, how do you know where the brigade commander is? Watch me, I'll go down here, I'll show you a brigade flag. Here's a brigade flag. Notice it's triangular. So a brigade flag is triangular, division flag, rectangular. White cross, 6th Corps, 2nd Division. It's got the red stripe on it. That means this is a 2nd Brigade. Had there been a red stripe all the way around, it would have been 3rd Brigade. No stripes, guess what? 1st Brigade. All right? So the colors and the symbols told you where your commanding officer was going to be located. Now the Corps, right? The big 30,000 men group, that had another shaped flag. And here was a Corps flag. It would have the Corps number, 12th Corps in this case, and it was a swallowtail flag. This is the real big boss on the battlefield, Corps commander. So if you're looking for, if you were a spy and you wanted to know what units were out on that field, just look for the flags and you would know exactly what group they were in. There's a Corps flag, swallowtail. Division flag, rectangular. Brigade flag, triangular. They all had the different Corps symbols on them, so you could tell immediately where every man was, every group was on the battlefield.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to introduce to you the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Sir, thank you, sir. My fellow citizens, I am very glad indeed to see you today, and I do most sincerely thank Almighty God for the occasion on which you have called. How long ago is it? 80-odd years since on the 4th of July, for the first time in the history of the world, a nation by its representatives assembled and declared as self-evident truth that all men are created equal. That was the birthday of the United States of America. Since then, the 4th of July has had several very peculiar recognitions. The two men most distinguished in the framing and support of the Declaration were Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, the one having penned it, the other sustained it the most forcibly in debate, the only two of the 55 who signed it and were elected presidents of the United States. Precisely 50 years after they put their hands to the paper, it pleased Almighty God to take both from this stage of action. This was indeed an extraordinary and remarkable event in our history. Another president 5 years after was called from this stage of existence on the same day and month of the year, and now on this last 4th of July just passed, when we have a gigantic rebellion, at the bottom of which is an effort to overthrow the principle that all men were created equal. We have the surrender of a most powerful position and army on that very day. And not only so, but in the succession of battles in Pennsylvania, near to us through 3 days, so rapidly fought that they might be called one great battle, on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of the month of July, and on the 4th the cohorts of those who opposed the declaration that all men are created equal turned tail and run. I had been in the telegraph office hour after hour during those anxious days and nights when on Independence Day I received the news from the Army of the Potomac that up to 10 p.m. of the 3rd had been such as to cover that army with the highest honor. Then but 3 days later, General Grant's dispatch announcing the capture of Vicksburg. Indeed, this is a glorious theme and the occasion for a speech, but I am not prepared to make one worthy of the occasion. I would like to speak in terms of praise due to the many brave officers and soldiers who have fought in the cause of the Union and liberties of their country from the beginning of the war. These are trying occasions, not only in success, but for the want of success. We can succeed only by concert. It is not, can any of us imagine better, but can we all do better? Object whatsoever is possible, still the question recurs, can we do better? The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves, and then we shall save our country. Fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. We of this administration will be remembered in spite of ourselves. No personal significance or insignificance can spare one or another. The fiery trial through which we pass will light us down in honor or dishonor to the latest generation. We say we are for the Union. The world will not forget that we say this. We know how to save the Union. The world knows we do know how to save it. Even we here, hold the power and bear the responsibility. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free, honorable alike in what we give and what we preserve. We shall nobly save or meanly lose the last best hope of earth. Other means may succeed. This could not fail. The way is plain, peaceful, generous, just. A way which, if followed, the world will forever applaud and God must forever bless. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.